Hi, my name is Mark, and this is a short story of my first solo sail. Sailing alone together. Every sailor remembers his first solo sailing experience. My first solo was 69 nautical miles to Zealand and back. Embarking on a solo sailing trip is a mix of exhilaration, self-discovery, and a deep connection with the elements of nature. As I stepped onto the sailboat, the anticipation and excitement were coursing through me, and the uncertainty of the outcome made me feel young again. As the sun cast its warm glow across the water's surface as a gentle breeze ruffled the sails, my old man's uncertainty turned into a youthful confidence. When I released the mooring lines and set sail, I realized I had to go. All the electronic equipment and satellites were active and telling me that there was no way back. They would register what I was doing, and I couldn't just invent a strong sailorman story for the family. Suddenly, a wave of independence and responsibility washed over me when I left the Newport harbors. Tourists were waving from the pier as if they knew how important this journey was for me, wishing me a safe journey. I still remember the blend of nervousness and eagerness as the reality of being solely responsible for navigating, adjusting the sails, and making decisions sunk in. The salty scent of the sea, the sound of the wind in the rigging and the sails, and the feel of the helm in my hands on a northern course heightened my senses and pumped the adrenaline in my pensioner's body. The boat was my only companion, and gently rocked with the rhythm of the waves, a dance I am now intimately familiar with. The solitude on the boat allowed me to reflect and connect deeply with the surroundings, while noticing details that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. However, a small squeak or little crack from the boat would trigger an alarm in my head. Oh no, something is wrong. But it was only my imagination. As I later passed Oostende, I gained confidence. By the time I crossed the Zeebrugge's shipping lanes, I could read the wind, the current, and the waves with a more intuitive understanding, making course adjustments with a newfound finesse. Sailing boats have priority over the huge tankers, but common mariner sense tells you to let the big fellas do their thing and greet them friendly over the radio. The feeling of self-reliance became powerful by the time I reached Cadzand, knowing that I was managing the boat and my journey entirely on my own terms. My adrenaline levels were so high that I wanted to go on the Schelde to Antwerp, but as the hours drifted by, I found myself lost in the rhythm of the water and had to come back to reality. It is time to go back to port. So I tacked, keeping the North Sea on starboard as an open invitation to connect to something much greater. England, Scotland, or maybe Norway or other destinations. As the day came to a close, and I entered the Royal Yacht Harbor, a sense of accomplishment and a touch of nostalgia overwhelmed me. I imagined this journey for a long 50 years, and the day is now etched in my logbook. But more importantly, in my memory. More to come. Thanks for listening.